I've lived a long life, and along the way, I've learned a few things that have kept me going strong. I'm 80 now, and when I look back, I realize it's not just the big decisions or the grand gestures that have shaped my health. It's the small things, the daily habits that we sometimes overlook. That's the secret to longevity, my friends. Taking care of the little things, even when they don't seem important at the time. We all want to live longer, but you can't just wish for it. You've got to put in the effort. And trust me, that effort doesn't have to be huge or complicated. Sometimes it's as simple as washing a few key areas of your body every day. You may think, is that really so important? But let me tell you, at my age, you learn that these little things add up. Every single day. When I was younger, I didn't think much about it. I was always busy, rushing from one thing to the next. I took my health for granted, never really paying attention to the little habits that could make a big difference. But over the years, as my body changed and I started feeling aches here and there, I learned the hard way. I learned that if you want to keep moving and living well, it's those small, consistent actions that matter most. They add up over time. I've seen many friends and family members reach a certain age and suddenly find themselves struggling with health issues that could have been prevented. It wasn't that they didn't take care of themselves, but maybe they overlooked a few things that could have made a big difference. And now, as I stand here today, I can't help but think of all the simple habits that helped me avoid those same problems. When you're older, it's easy to think you're too far along in life to change your habits, but it's never too late. No matter your age, you can start today, and I promise you, it'll make a difference. So, I'm going to share with you what I've learned about 4 key areas of your body that need to be washed regularly. They might seem small, but keeping them clean and healthy is the key to feeling good, staying active, and living longer. These aren't just tips I picked up from books or doctors. These are lessons I've learned from years of experience. And if you take these little steps seriously, I believe you will enjoy many more years of good health, just like I have. When I was younger, I never really understood the importance of washing my hands the way I do now. Back then, I'd wash them when I needed to, but it wasn't something I thought about too much. But as I've gotten older, I've come to realize that our hands are one of the most vulnerable parts of our body when it comes to germs and infections. The older we get, the more our immune systems tend to weaken. It's a natural part of aging, but it means that things like common colds, flu, and infections can hit us harder than they did when we were younger. That's why taking the time to wash our hands properly is so crucial, especially as we age. The hands, you see, are our tools for interacting with the world. We use them to touch everything: food, surfaces, doors, people, and each time we do, we're picking up germs. I can't tell you how many times I've dodged a cold or a stomach bug just because I made sure to wash my hands before eating, after going out, or touching something that might be contaminated. Washing hands regularly isn't just about preventing illness, though. It's about maintaining a level of control over our health that's within our power to change. Now, the key to washing hands properly isn't just a quick rinse under running water. I've learned over the years that a thorough wash, the kind doctors recommend, is the best way to make sure you're really getting rid of harmful germs. You want to wash for at least 20 seconds. That's the time it takes to sing the happy birthday song twice. When you're washing, don't just rush through it. Scrub every part of your hands, the backs, the palms, the area between your fingers, and especially under your nails. We forget about under our nails, but that's where a lot of germs can hide. And don't forget your wrists. We often skip them, but I've come to realize they can collect germs too, especially when we're handling things like food or household items. I've made it a habit to wash my wrists just like the rest of my hands. I know it sounds like a small thing, but these little steps add up over time. In my experience, washing your hands isn't just about hygiene. It's a simple but effective way to protect yourself. As we get older, our bodies don't fight infections as effectively, and something as simple as a dirty hand can lead to big problems. It's the kind of thing you don't think much about when you're young, but as you age you realize just how powerful this simple action is in keeping you safe and healthy. Trust me, it's one of the easiest habits you can develop, and it's a habit that will keep you going strong for years to come. Now, let's talk about something that many of us tend to forget about: our feet. When I was younger, I never gave much thought to them. Feet were just, well, feet. They got me where I needed to go, and that was about it. But as I've gotten older, I've come to appreciate just how important they are. Our feet carry us through life, step by step, from day to day, and we often don't realize how much wear and tear they go through. They may seem sturdy and strong, but if we don't take proper care of them, we can end up with pain, discomfort, or even serious health issues. As we age, our feet naturally change, our skin becomes thinner, and our circulation slows down, which means our feet are more prone to problems like dryness, calluses, and even infections. I remember one of my friends had trouble with his feet as he got older, blisters, cracks, and infections. It started out small, but by the time he sought help, it had become a bigger issue. That's when I realized how important it is to pay attention to our feet before they become a problem. Regular foot washing has become an essential part of my routine. I don't just wash them quickly and forget about them. I take my time to make sure they're thoroughly cleaned. I wash between my toes, the soles, and even the heels. Those areas can accumulate dirt and sweat, and if not cleaned properly, they can lead to fungal infections or discomfort. I use warm water and a gentle soap, nothing too harsh, as the skin on our feet is sensitive, especially as we age. Once I've washed my feet, I dry them thoroughly, paying extra attention to the spaces between my toes. That's where moisture can build up, and if it doesn't dry properly, it can lead to athlete's foot or other skin conditions. After drying them, I make sure to moisturize my feet. Dry skin is another issue that comes with age, and a good moisturizer helps keep the skin soft and prevents cracking, which can be painful. Taking care of your feet is about more than just cleanliness. It's about comfort. When your feet are healthy, you're more likely to feel good overall. I've noticed that when I'm proactive about foot care, I don't experience as much pain or stiffness. If you're like me and you love walking, you know that a good pair of healthy feet is the foundation of all the activities you enjoy. I've seen too many people struggle with foot pain as they get older, and it often comes down to a lack of attention to the simple things like washing and moisturizing. So, take a little time each day to care for your feet. And trust me, they'll carry you further than you think. Now, let's talk about something a little more private, yet just as important, taking care of our private areas. This is one of those topics that many people shy away from, but as we get older, it becomes even more essential to pay attention to our personal hygiene in these areas. When I was younger, I didn't really think twice about it, but as the years went by and I started noticing the changes that come with aging, I realized just how vital it is to maintain proper cleanliness and care. The body changes in many ways as we age. The skin becomes thinner, the natural balance of oils and bacteria shifts, and we become more prone to infections. The private areas of our bodies are especially sensitive to these changes. For example, older adults are more likely to experience urinary tract infections, UTIs, or skin irritations in these regions if proper hygiene is neglected. It's something that doesn't always get talked about, but believe me, taking the time to wash and care for these areas regularly can make a world of difference in your comfort and health. I've learned that being gentle is key when it comes to washing these areas. The skin is delicate, and using harsh soaps or scrubbing too hard can cause irritation. I always use a mild, unscented soap and warm water. It's important not to rush through it. I take my time, making sure to wash thoroughly, but gently, to avoid causing any discomfort or imbalance. For women in particular, it's important to remember that the balance of bacteria in these areas is delicate, and using soaps with strong fragrances or chemicals can disrupt that balance, leading to infections or discomfort. After washing, it's essential to dry the area properly. I make sure to pat it dry with a soft towel rather than rubbing it. Moisture can be a breeding ground for bacteria and yeast, so it's important to ensure the area is completely dry. This simple step can prevent many of the common issues that arise as we age, like fungal infections or skin rashes. In my experience, maintaining hygiene in this area isn't just about cleanliness. It's about respect for our bodies. As we age, we might feel a little less energetic or even embarrassed about the changes happening to us. But taking care of these personal areas is a way of showing ourselves that respect. It's also about comfort. If you keep these areas clean and dry, you're much less likely to experience discomfort, itching, or irritation, which can really affect your daily life. So, take the time to care for yourself in this way. It might not be the most glamorous topic, but it's one of the most important steps in staying healthy as we grow older. We deserve to feel good in our own skin, and by taking simple, gentle steps to care for our private areas, we can stay comfortable, clean, and happy. Over the years, I've come to realize that health is really about the little things we do day in and day out. It's not just about big decisions like what exercise routine to follow or what diet to choose. It's about the daily habits that add up over time. That's what has helped me keep going strong, even as I've grown older. The four areas I've shared with you, the hands, feet, face, and private areas, are just a few examples of how paying attention to the details can make a big difference. But there's something bigger at play here, the way we take care of ourselves and how it impacts the way we feel and live. You might think, why all the fuss over washing and cleaning these areas? Aren't we too old to be worried about that? Well, let me tell you something. It's never too late. I've seen many people, especially as they get older, start neglecting these little things. Maybe it's because they don't have the energy, or they think it's not as important anymore. But I can tell you from experience that neglecting these simple habits can lead to a lot of discomfort, and sometimes bigger health issues that could have been avoided with a little daily attention. The truth is, these habits aren't just about preventing illness or infection. They're about maintaining a level of respect for ourselves. I've always believed that if you take care of your body, it takes care of you. Our bodies might be aging, but they still deserve the same level of care and respect we gave them when we were younger. Keeping our hands, feet, face, and private areas clean is a simple way of honoring ourselves and our health. It's a daily act of self-respect, and trust me, it pays off. I've also found that when you take care of these areas, you start to feel better in yourself. You feel more comfortable, more confident. You don't have to worry about discomfort or pain from infections or irritations. You can go about your day without thinking about the things that might hold you back. It's these small, daily steps that keep you feeling good and help you stay active and engaged with life. Another thing I've learned is that staying consistent with these habits is key. It's not enough to do it once in a while. It's the daily commitment to these little things that makes the difference. I've seen people who, for one reason or another, let these habits slip, and it always catches up to them. But when you stick with it, when you wash and care for your body regularly, you're giving yourself the gift of comfort, health, and longevity. So, take it from me, pay attention to these small things. They might seem like no big deal, but over time, they add up to a healthier, longer life. I've learned that longevity isn't just about genetics or luck. It's about taking care of what you've been given. By doing so, you'll feel better, stay stronger, and continue to enjoy life, just as I have. As I sit here, reflecting on all the years I've lived, I've come to realize that life is all about the small choices we make each day. When I was younger, I didn't think much about these little habits. I took my health for granted, thinking I was invincible. But as the years passed and I started noticing my body changing, I learned that it's these very small things you might overlook, that can make a world of difference when it comes to your well-being. One of the biggest lessons I've learned over my 80 years is that good health doesn't just happen overnight. It's the result of countless little actions taken consistently over time. It's about the habits you build in your daily life, whether that's washing your hands regularly, caring for your feet, maintaining personal hygiene, or simply taking a moment to slow down and listen to your body. These are the things that have helped me stay active, feel good, and live a fulfilling life as I've gotten older. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of life, especially when we're younger and think we have all the time in the world. But the truth is, time moves quickly. As the years pass, your body changes, and it becomes even more important to take care of the things that really matter. It's never too late to start, no matter your age. Even if you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, starting these habits today can make all the difference in the world. In my own life, I've seen the effects of this kind of care. I've seen friends and family members who didn't take the time to look after themselves, who thought that taking care of their bodies wasn't necessary anymore. And I've watched as they've struggled with their health. I don't want that for you. I want you to have the same energy, the same zest for life that I've been fortunate enough to enjoy. And I know that by following these simple daily habits, you can have it too. You don't need to make drastic changes or start some intense new routine. It's the little things, the everyday habits, that make the biggest difference. Washing your hands, caring for your feet, maintaining good hygiene, and staying consistent with these habits are the small steps that add up over time to create a long, healthy life. They aren't just tasks you check off the list. They are acts of love and respect for your body. So, if you take one thing from all this, let it be this. It's never too late to start caring for yourself. It's the small things you do every day that shape your future. And believe me, when you start taking care of these little details, you'll feel the difference. You'll feel healthier, more energized, and more confident as you continue your journey through life. I've done it, and I believe you can too. As I've shared with you, life is all about taking small, consistent steps to care for our bodies as we get older. I've learned these lessons the hard way, but now that I know them, I want to pass them on to you so you don't have to make the same mistakes. This is why I've decided to share these simple yet effective habits with you, because they've helped me stay active, healthy, and happy for all these years. I truly believe that by following these tips, you can live a longer, more comfortable life, just like I have. And here's the thing, the journey to better health doesn't stop here. There's so much more to learn, and there are countless other ways to take care of yourself as you age. That's why I encourage you to stick around and keep watching. There's always something new to discover that can make a positive impact on your life. This channel is dedicated to bringing you more tips and hacks for healthy aging. Simple, practical advice that you can start using today. Whether it's tips on maintaining mobility, staying sharp mentally, or managing your daily routine, we've got you covered. You don't have to do this alone. By subscribing to the Elderly Hacks channel, you'll join a community of people who are all in this together, working to live our best lives at every stage of life. We all have our own stories, our own experiences, and it's important to share those with each other. That's what makes this channel special. It's not just about me giving advice. It's about building a community of people who care about taking control of their health and longevity. Every week, we post videos that focus on practical tips and easy-to-follow guidance to help you live better, feel better, and be the healthiest version of yourself. So, if you want to learn more about how to maintain your energy, boost your immune system, or simply make your daily routine easier, subscribing is the best way to stay informed. Don't miss out on any of the valuable content we're sharing. Just hit that subscribe button, and you'll be notified whenever we upload new videos. I encourage you to make it a habit to check in with us regularly. Each video is another opportunity to learn something that could help you feel better and stay healthier as you age. Whether you're just starting your journey to better health or you've been on the path for a while, these videos are designed to support you every step of the way. So don't wait any longer. Hit that subscribe button and be part of the Elderly Hacks community. Let's continue this journey of healthy living together and keep discovering the small habits that lead to big changes. I'm excited to be part of your journey, and I can't wait to share even more tips with you in the upcoming videos.